Hi everyone, it's Allie and I am knocked up, pregnant with a child. There's a pee in my pod. I'm pregnant, people. If you didn't see my video or you're not friends with me on Facebook announcing it, I just totally killed a surprise for you. So you can go watch that video. I'll put a link to that as well. But I'm totally killing the ending for you right now. I am pregnant. I am 12 weeks, like 4 or 5 days. My weeks switch over on Sundays. Today is a Thursday. So that's where I'm at, guys. It's a whirlwind. I know it was a really hard secret to keep, but we just tend to err on the side of caution based on previous history, as well as some other things which I'll get into in this video. So if you guys are a new subscriber, and I've had a few over the last few weeks, welcome. This is baby number 2 for me. I have a 19-month-old daughter and she will be 2 years and 2 months by the time this baby is born. So I am due October 26th. Could be a Halloween baby, which honestly makes me so excited. Halloween's my favorite holiday, and I used to say to my parents, if I can't get married on Halloween, I want a Halloween baby so I can throw at a Halloween party every single year. This kid's probably gonna hate Halloween because of that, but whatever. So I don't know, I generally feel awkward filming this. Like, I've watched so many of these even when I was pregnant with my daughter, but never thought I would actually do one. So I apologize for the awkwardness. I guess I'll start with a backstory. Heads up, this is going to be like a longer of any of the pregnancy vlogs that I do, just because it's 12 weeks and I'm just trying to give you all the information. So hang in there with me. I promise my videos are not that long. So we found out on February 11th that I was pregnant. Now, this was surprising. If you guys have been with me for a while, you know that to get pregnant with Emily, I went through fertility treatments, and it took 13 months before we were pregnant with her. I have PCOS along with endometriosis and some other stuff going on. So to find out that I was pregnant on my own was a shock, needless to say. I've only had 2 cycles since even having Emily, and they were by no means normal or on any sort of schedule. They just kind of would appear. So what we think happened was, since starting I got a first cycle, I think, in November, and then I got another one in January. We think I double ovulated, which is rare to begin with, but the fact that I ovulated even to begin with on my own, and then produced an egg big enough to be fertilized, is just mind-blowing to us. The only reason why I even tested to see if I was pregnant was I had a really overwhelming sense that I just needed to go test. So we knew when things were done. It's not hard when you have a toddler running around. So by that calculation, we knew what day I ovulated. So based on that, I tested around 10 DPO, which was early. With Emily, it was early too. It was the same time frame. But again, that was during fertility treatment, so I knew exactly when. So it's just an overwhelming sense. I had no symptoms, and the fact that that thing popped up with 2 lines was shocking to myself and my husband, more than I could even tell you. Just shocking. So that began it. That began this journey. The first few weeks were really rough up until about 8 weeks. I was extremely, extremely sick. Just over nauseous, whether I ate, whether I didn't eat. I was extremely tired. The only time I wasn't feeling like I was dying was when I was sleeping. It just felt like a constant flu. That's the best way I can describe it. Like, I just constantly felt like I was fighting off the flu, and having to take care of a toddler during the day was just, it was rough. And then even worse to everything was my husband had hand surgery during that time, and Emily got sick with a bad virus during that time. So it was just like everything was just piling up. So around 8 weeks, kind of snapped out of it a little bit, and I have felt so much better since. I still get the waves of nausea. I'm just finding that as long as I eat every hour and a half, I'm okay. Mornings are the worst, just trying to almost get, like, I don't know, like my system to realize you're eating, there's food, there's calories, go. Feel better. So that's the only time that I just still really like that. Symptoms, bloating, obviously at first. I'm more bloated later in the day. That's anybody, even if you're not pregnant, like you're more bloated and you have like food baby later in the day, whatever. So that just adds to it. So I definitely look more pregnant later in the day. I definitely noticed that I am, like the pooch, the bump is there, like everybody says, for the second pregnancy way faster than it was with Emily. So that was like, it's like weird. I'm also, oh, this is a big one, tired. But I mean, like I've been tired. I have a toddler. Like it's never going to go away. So I've just kind of accepted that. Major dry scalp and skin this time around. I didn't have that with my daughter as well. So these are all new symptoms. None of these I had even with Emily. With Emily, I actually broke out a ton. But this dry skin and scalp have been so different. Compared to my last pregnancy. So that's just, I switched moisturizers, I've switched shampoos, trying to help it. I'm just grinning and bearing it at this point. So cravings and food aversions. So at first I just didn't really want much of anything. Nothing really sounded appealing, to be honest with you. And that happened with them too. I just was just like, ugh, food in general was just gross. Now I'm loving red meat, which I wasn't like a really big red meat person beginning. Like I ate red meat, but not like, right now I feel like a cave woman. Like put some steak with some ham, wrap it in bacon and make sure it's on like a sausage, and I'll eat that for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Like I'm so happy with red meat. Like savory items, or really just savory overall, and pickles. I know it's so like cliche, but I actually hated pickles when I was pregnant with Emily. They actually tasted funny, and I hated red meat when I was pregnant with her. Acidic fruits really appeal to me, like oranges, strawberries, that kind of thing. And then I still just love, what pregnant woman doesn't love watermelon? And I think it just has to do with the fact that you want something other than water, and it's just watery and delicious. Drinking lemonade a lot. I mean, I like lemonade, but now like I want lemonade. So again, like the acidity fruits I want a lot. Food aversions, peanut butter and chicken. Both those things just, I can't handle. Like if Emily has a peanut butter and jelly sandwich for lunch, my husband has to make it for her, and he has to like literally just wipe her completely down when she's done, because I can't even smell it on her. I'm like, oh, just grosses me out right now. So peanut butter and chicken, and I'm pretty sure those will probably stay at this point. Based on when I was pregnant with Emily, any food aversions at this point that I still had stuck with me the entire time. So that's for food. Again, I'm eating. Oh, we had the 12-week scan and ultrasound this week. And if I heard the heartbeat, I don't have a Doppler. It just is one of those things that I know I'd be a little neurotic about it, so I just never bought one. My husband felt the same way about it. We both just were worried that we would be like, let's check the heartbeat, let's check the heartbeat. And I just, my anxiety outside of pregnancy just can't handle it. So we got the 12-week scan and ultrasounds. Everything was great. They did blood work. I'm still waiting here on that, but they didn't seem to think that there would be anything of concern. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the ultrasound. I'm going to put on my glasses for this so I can make sure you can see everything but my name. So that's my bubba. So during the ultrasound, the baby was literally just grabbing its hands and yanking on the umbilical cord the entire time. So its little hand, you can see one of the hands still just like yanking on it. It was pretty funny. And that leads me to tell you guys that I have felt movement as well this past week consistently, that I do know that it is baby. With Emily, I felt her really early. I felt her, I think it was like right before I hit 16 weeks. So still in my 15th week. So it wasn't surprising that I would feel this one just right before I hit 12 weeks. It just also, I think the doctor, midwives that I'm seeing have to do with just the way I guess my body is and where like my placenta's sitting and everything. So that's why I'm able to feel the movement. So that is just one of those things that you're like, so cool. It's just a little part, like little bit right now. It's not like I'm feeling like full on, you know, I'm not feeling that yet. Oh my gosh, I'm so overwhelmed with this all. Oh, creepers, if you're watching, welcome. I am never going to show you my naked belly. It's just not happening. I'm not comfortable with it, and I also just don't want creeper subscribers and those guys who take your pregnancy videos and just creep all around them. It's just not me. It's not who I am. It's not who I want to be. I will show bump shots from time to time. I may not do that every week. I also may not do vlogs every week. It may just be like every 2-week type of thing. If you want to see them every week, let me know. It just still might not happen. That's just me. That's just me. Also, if you're due around the time I am, let me know. Especially if you're making videos, put your channel below. If you know I'm not a subscriber and I may not know that you're pregnant, just so I feel like I have a pregnancy buddy. You can also friend me on Facebook. I have the link to that as well. So if you want to be friends on Facebook, let's be friends. So I think that's it, guys. My first one. I know this was really rambly and kind of all over the place. Maybe I'll get better at these. Maybe I won't, and you'll just unsubscribe and just be like, oh God, help me. I guess I'll show you a bump shot since this is the first one. This is late in the day, so this is a little after lunchish, pasta belly. I'm also wearing like a belly band because I'm in that weird, awkward stage of my regular pants can't button, but the maternity pants are still too big. So that's where I'm at. Okay, so I'll show you the bump shot, and that's it. Okay, guys, there's the bump. It's little. It's there, though. By the end of the day, it's so much bigger. I have, like, the belly band. That's what these lines are right there. It's not like my pants. It's just the belly banded thing. So that's it. That's my belly.